Hello, my name's Hayley. I'm going to be your counsellor for this session and for further sessions. I just want to know, what was your name again?
Oh, my name's Danny.
Okay, perfect. And just before we start, I want to make sure that you consent to being on video and sign the consent form.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. Just another thing before we get started, I just want you to understand that everything that is said in this room will be private between you and I. There will just be 3 reasons why I might have to disclose information to someone else. So that first reason would be because I am a counsellor in practice, I would have to give my notes to my supervisor to make sure that my counselling is effective for you. The second reason would be if you were involved in a court case or a subpoena, I might have to give my notes over for legal evidence.
Yeah.
And the third one would be if I kind of potentially see that you might be a risk to yourself, a risk to other people, or have perhaps had harm to you in the past, I might have to let someone know just so that we can kind of prevent that harm from happening to you or anyone else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's perfect, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'd love to know what brought you here and what did you want to talk about today?
Yeah, cool. Thank you for saying that. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable. I came here because I've just been having a lot of financial stress recently because I lost my job and it's just been really hard with my relationship and just financially with everything happening. I've just been really struggling.
Yeah, so losing your job's obviously made you feel a little bit anxious. It's affected other areas like financial issues and like personal relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I just feel so stressed all the time now, and it's really taken a toll on my partner and I because the financial stress we have was okay, like it was fine, but now that I've lost my job, it's kind of fallen all into them. Yeah.
And because you've been made redundant and now that the income, like the responsibility has really been focused on your partner, it could be a little bit stressful and maybe makes you feel a little bit hopeless that you feel like you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, I just feel so unmotivated and I feel like it's just, exactly like hopeless going around and like without a job. I feel awful for them because I got made redundant, so it was just like I just wasn't needed anymore.
Yeah.
And because we bought a house 2 years ago, we have a full mortgage to pay off, which they're solely paying now because I have no way to contribute, and it's really impacted how we hang out and like talk with each other and everything.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Relationships would get a little bit rocky because of a big event like that, and it might be a little hard trying to find for other jobs as well.
Yeah, I was looking for weeks on end and nothing was coming up, and we were both getting really worried because the bills were piling up. But I ended up getting a new job recently over the last few weeks, but it's just been really hard transitioning over and then staying in the job because I'm really not happy.
Yeah, and feelings like that is perfectly normal, especially because being just fired from your job without really a reason, it's kind of a shock to you.
Yeah.
And it's change of environment with this new job, trying to adjust and still having those thoughts of financial issues and relationship struggles would really make you feel anxious and not really at ease.
Yeah, I feel so unease like all the time. I'm just so stressed out and anxious all the time. And yeah, like the new job I have is at a petrol station, and I thought it was going to be good, but I've just been seeing so much on the news lately about robberies and like a lot of theft and stuff happening at petrol stations, and because of my hours I just feel so anxious and worried about having to like go to work and something might happen. So I'm trying to stick with the job, but it's just so hard. Like,
yeah, and those feelings are perfectly normal, like especially working at those hours at your work, hearing those stories on the news, not knowing what to expect at this new job might feel a little bit scary and frightening that you don't know what's to come.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I just feel so stressed all the time and about what's to come. I'm trying to stick it out for the financial issues, but I just don't know how I will. But yeah.
Yeah, and this unease at work might be affecting your personal life and how you might communicate with your partner and maybe how you even just feel at home by yourself.
Yeah, it is. It's really impacting all that stuff. And yeah, I'm just finding it really hard at the moment to keep going.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. So, you know, getting redundant at this old job has really caused some financial issues, especially because you've just put a house on mortgage the last 2 years, and now you feel a little bit hopeless because that's being put on your partner,
Yeah.
and that might even be making you and your partner struggle a little bit because you feel like a little bit of resentment for all these troubles that are happening. And now this new job isn't really what you thought it would be, and it's not being as fulfilling, and now it's causing you a lot of stress.
Yeah, it is for sure. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that what we've talked about has been helpful to you, and for further sessions, was there any goals or anything you wanted to talk about in particular?
Yeah, for future goals, I think I'd like to talk more about like my relationship with my partner, and like how we were aiming to like have a family by the end of the year, and like how I could possibly work towards having that goal again.
Yeah, well, we could definitely do that for further sessions. Thank you for coming to talk to me today. I'm glad you felt comfortable and letting go of maybe everything that's been on your mind at the moment.
Thank you so much for